Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a review and a quick little tutorial using the new Urban Decay palette. It is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics, so if you want to see my thoughts on this palette and see this look, then just keep watching. Alright, so this is what the new palette looks like. It has really beautiful packaging. It's a little hard to see with my lighting, but it has this very textured kind of sunburst. And then it says Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics, and it's all risen up. It's a very 3D kind of look to it. It is really nice. This costs $54, which is the same price as any of the other Naked palettes. So this is what the inside of this looks like. You get a humongous mirror. I'm going to try not to blind you, but this is the mirror you get. And then this is what the shades actually look like. That was the brush that just fell out. Let me grab it. But you get 12 shades. The top row is much more on the kind of purpley cool tone, and the bottom is much more warm, except for this one right here that's more of a gray. But I will get into swatches in just a moment, but for the most part I think this is a really versatile palette. I think it has a lot to offer. I think it's really nice for travel. I can do looks completely based just with this. With the original Naked Basics, I never really felt like I could do that. I felt like I think it's like 5 or 6 shades in there. I just never felt like they really did enough together on their own. They were much more kind of white to black shaded, even though there were some browns in there. It just never had enough warmth. There wasn't anything different about the shades that I really liked them as a look on their own. I know a lot of people liked it for traveling or for using in conjunction with other palettes that didn't have any mattes in them. But for me, it just wasn't really a palette that I ever liked. So just in comparison, the price is the same on both the Naked Ultimate Basics and the Naked Original or any of the other Naked palettes. They both have 12 shades. It's just a different layout. So the original Naked, it is in this layout where they're all next to each other. And then in this one, of course, it is 2 rows of 6 on top. I think this is a much better layout. I think it's a lot more portable, and I really like this packaging. It has a magnetic closure, and it's just really hard and sturdy. I just don't think that I would worry about my shadows getting messed up, where in this type of packaging, I feel like it's a much more flimsy, easily damaged. For the brush that just fell out, this is the little brush you get. The top part is like a fluffy kind of crease brush. It comes in, I think some of the other Naked palettes have this type of brush. The bottom brush is what I really like. It's a little smudger brush. It's really nice for smudging out eyeliner on your bottom lashes to blend it in with your eyeshadow. And this is just a decent brush. It's nothing too spectacular, but I could do a little quick eye look with this if I needed to. Also, if you are curious, this is what the packaging that it came in looks like. It's got that kind of 3D abrased feel. It's embossed. Very similar look to the actual palette, and it has all the shades kind of crumbled out so you can kind of get a better feel of them. It also has them on the back with a little write-up, and it has all the shades listed as well as the brush that you get. To get into the swatches and all the shades, alright, so on the top row we have Blow, Nudie, Commando, Tempted, Instinct, and then Lethal. On the bottom row you have Pregame, Extra Bitter. This one is Faith, then you have Lockout. The gray one is Magnet, and then your black is called Blackjack. I'm going to just do 4 swatches at a time on my hand. So first we have Blow, then you have Nudie, Commando, and then Tempted. And this is the only one that is not completely matte. Blow has a little bit of a sheen. You might can see it as I move my hand around. These are all just really nice kind of transition shades. Even though they are on the cooler side, they work with warmer looks as well. Nudie is one of my favorites to set the entire eye, and then I really like Commando as well as Faith for using as a transition shade. These next 4 are 4 of my favorites. This is Instinct, Lethal, Pregame, and Extra Bitter. These 2 especially are my favorite. I really like to wear purples, and these are just really nice and flattering. And then I also really like Pregame. It's a really light yellow based kind of a creamy shade, so it shows up really nicely on pale skin. And then Extra Bitter is one of everybody's favorites because it's that really nice kind of burnt orange type of shade that really warms up the eye look. The final 4 are Faith and Lockout, which are 2 of my favorite. I use in the tutorial. And then Magnet is the only one in the palette I haven't used on my eyes yet, but it is a very nice gray. It has a more neutral tone to the gray, so it doesn't make you look or I assume that it won't make you look quite so much like you got punched in the eye. And then Blackjack is just a really nice pigmented black. That's all the swatches. Overall, my thoughts on this palette is very positive. I think that all the shades blend really well. They're really nicely pigmented. I think the colors that they chose for this were really nice. They weren't too neutral, but they were just neutral enough to really give you a very wearable look, but without looking too bland or boring. These are really nice, kind of interesting colors. So I would say usually a lot of times when these new palettes come out, like I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, I go through lots of different ones. You kind of go through seasons of using the new palette and you go to the next one. This one I really think everybody would enjoy. So if you want to see me using these, then just stay tuned for the tutorial. Alright, so to start, I'm going to go in with this fluffy kind of all over lid brush. I'm going to go into the shade Nudie and put it all over the lid. This is mostly to set any product that I already have down from concealer, and it also is just to help everything blend out even better. So I'm going to go ahead in with a brow bone highlight. I usually like to do that first, and I'm going to mix pregame and blow together, but mostly using pregame because I like the yellow tone in it. Alright, so to start with the crease, I'm going to just go in with a regular crease brush. This is by Pure, but it's very similar to the Sigma E40, and I'm going to go in the shade Faith. I'm not going to put too much at first. I'm going to try to just kind of work it slowly. This is the warmest transition shade, but it's also one of the darker of the transition shades, so I don't want to put too much. And I'm kind of doing the outer corner just a little bit because I'm going to want to put some darker shades there later, and I want them to blend pretty well. Now with a MAC 217, I'm going into the shade Lockout, and I'm going to make sure to place this one a little more into the crease instead of as blown out, and especially focused on the outer corners. Make sure to go back in with your crease brush between colors to make sure everything's blended out really nicely. In with the all over lid brush and just go into pregame and put that a little bit on my lid just to help brighten up the lid. I do want it to be a little bit brighter than it is already, but I don't want it to muddy up any of the color, so I'm going to try not to knead it too much and just barely blend them together. Alright, so for a final little bit of depth, I'm going to go into the shade Lethal. This is a MAC 221. It's a very small fluffy crease brush. I especially like this for really pinpointing on the outer corner, but it also helps you blend in as you're using it. So I'm going to take this and go into Lethal and put it mostly on the outer corners and just a little bit into the crease. This is a really nice, really deep kind of grape shade. It doesn't have too much of a red tone to it. It's pretty much just straight purple, but I like it a lot just because it's not super duper cranberry, which is a very popular thing right now with purpley shades. I just think it's a much more unique color because it isn't, and I like how much it deepens up a look. I'm mostly using this in place of the black just so it's not quite as harsh and not quite as dramatic because I'm not wanting something super duper dramatic today. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with my IT Brushes 220 brush. This is my favorite brush for under the lash line. It's really nice and precise while still blending out color, and it's really the perfect size for under here. It's not too large to where it really blows it out too far, and it's not so narrow that it looks like an eyeliner. It really does really nicely. And I'm going to go into the shade Faith first and put that all over down here, and then I'm going to put Lockout just on the outer corners. Alright, just to finish up the look, I'm going to go in with my favorite eyeliner. This is Demolition by Urban Decay. I'm going to put it on the lower inner waterline and the upper lash line, and then I'm going to go in with my current favorite mascara that I've been using. This is the Voluminous Feline Noir. I have a full review on this that I'll link down below and have in the cards if you're curious. So I'm going to just put those on and then I'll check right back. Alright, so that is the final look. If you are curious, the lip combination that I have on today, it's Kylie Lip Liner in Dirty Peach. I have the liquid lipstick as well, but I just like this one by itself much more. And then I put the Dior Lip Maximizer on top, and this is just kind of like a plain everyday lip gloss that I like to put on top of a lot of things. So that is the final kind of combination look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and this review. If you want to see more of these kind of review and then put into use kind of videos, or just more reviews and tutorials, then give this video a thumbs up or comment down below to let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.